is completely associated with and relating to the questions. You know what? According to me, sizable, innumerable, considerable, ample, and numerous people ask sizable and innumerable questions many a time on YouTube and even on Google as well, or from Google or from YouTube or from other platforms as well, or live as well. And today I want to express my views over the answers of those questions. But very firstly, let me familiarize you with those questions. The very first question that is itself, are listening skills helpful for learning English? According to me, you know what? Listening skills are quite much helpful for the toddlers, even for the infants as well, but for the youths or for the elders, the quite much seniors one, it's not so essential and mandatory and crucial as well. As the fact is that, you know what? The school going children or the toddlers or the infants, they are having the more catching power, their listening skills, even their hearing power, that is quite much enhanced one, high one, more one as compared to others. As compared to we normal humans, as compared to the youths, as compared to the seniors, as compared to the old people as well. So due to which the kids, the toddlers, even the infants, they can listen in the quite good manner and even up to the high extent, and even you know what, thereafter the kids, they can just learn a language naturally. This is the fact that why I know well versed about Hindi, which is my mother tongue, and why the Americans, they know well versed about English as English is their mother tongue. That's the fact, and they usually know about English. And even according to me, up to a certain extent, listening skills are helpful for learning a language. But if one is a keen listener, a cautious, a careful listener, even according to me, if one is a thorough listener, adequate listener, so one can touch upon the vocabulary, English vocabulary, and even one can learn English language quite reasonably and easily, and without putting much more effort into learning English. That's the fact. And for instance, if one is a keen listener of English, one is quite much fond of listening English on the regular basis. And if one listens to English for a prolonged period of time and consistently, so according to me, hopefully, fortunately, undoubtedly, one would time be able to speak English, even the well-versed English, the advanced level English, the high-flown and even the dignified level English as well, and without hesitating while speaking English, even without feeling shy, without feeling nervous as well. That's the fact. But let it be. And moreover, you know what? Let me express my views over my personal experience. It so happened with me when I was in grade 12th. So I just wanted to learn English. And so many a time I just tried my level best to learn English by listening to English podcasts or by listening to English news. But in vain, as the fact is that whenever I used to just listen to English with the help of phone or mobile, so I used to feel like that boring. I used to feel like boring, and in addition to my attention that used to be caught by some objects or caught by the wall or caught by the actions of my siblings, and so due to which, you know what, my attention that used to get distracted and disturbed, due to which I was unable to learn English up to a great extent. That's the fact. That's the hidden fact and reality and honest thing as well. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, I learned some of the vocabulary. I learned some amount of good vocabulary. I learned about those words which I have never read in English language books. That's the fact. And so according to me, some of the books, they can contain words, but according to me, they can contain words up to a certain extent. And you know what? We can just get to know about some of the words. But nevertheless, you know what? We later on we would be unable to just get to know about the meaning of some new words, as the English language book that contains merely limited amount of words. But when we just comes in the reality, and even according to me, when we just listen to a conversation or when we just go to a foreign country abroad, so we get to know about new words, even the new vocabularies, with which we are unaware, with which we caught unaware, or with which we are unfamiliarized. It can happen. Really, as our books, they contains, according to me, they contains over 1 lakh words, but not over 10 million words. That's the fact. And so, according to me, with the help of the English books words, we can just get to know the meaning of some of the words, but not all the words. That's the fact. But let it be. And my very second thing is, my very second question, and especially the very second question of the people about English, which is that are speaking skills helpful for learning English? Very firstly, let me familiarize you with myself. You know what? I myself am a learner of English. I don't know well versed about C1 level of English. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, I'm still running for that. I'm just still trying a little best to just get up to that same sort of level. And for that, I have been speaking English. Even it's over 1 year, for over 1 year, I have been continuing with this sort of journey of mine. So that's the fact. And so according to me, speaking skills are quite much beneficial and helpful for all of us to learn English. And very first, you know what? Books, they too can help one to learn English, but up to a certain extent, not quite much. According to me, if merely books, only books could help one to learn English, so one would have already read the books, and even one would have already become the advanced orator of English. But according to me, nothing like this can happen. As the fact is that for learning English, one is requiring to catch up on the tasks, the errands. Errands, like very first one errand is to speak English. You know what? The more one is speaking, the more one speaks, the more one would tend to unable to learn English or to become advanced in English or to flourish and prosper when speaking English. That's the fact. But let it be. And in addition to, according to me, learning books, I'm going to say reading books, reading English language books are quite much beneficial for just getting to know something related to the phrases, vocabulary, and some other sorts of things as well. And in addition to, today I would like to express my views over another question, which is that how long would it take to learn English? According to me, the fact is that one would be requiring to just speak English as more as one can. You know what? Speaking more and more can help one to learn English. Furthermore, you know what? The more one would try to put English into action, put English speaking skills into action, so the more one would tend to be able to become, to turn flourish or prosper. That's the fact. And in addition to, I'm just running out of data. My phone is running out of data. That's the fact. How to turn off this?